Hey guys, Randy here with FL Outdoors. Today I want to show you how to fletch TAC vanes on an E-Z Fletch. This one in particular is the E-Z Fletch Mini. Puts a nice helical on them. Just to talk to you about a couple different things that are going to help you fletch our vanes on this jig. The number one thing that you're going to see is, like, especially on our driver series, it has no stop. It's just a flat back. So one of the number one things with this jig is when you put it in there, it's got a lot of slop. It's really easy to move around, and a lot of times when you go to put this up, you know, the vane might slip out the bottom like that. And so the best thing that we found to remedy that is actually Scotch tape, believe it or not. Now, the Scotch tape is probably going to get you through about a dozen arrows. What I'll do is I'll go through and I'll measure it, and I'll cut a piece that's going to be about the same length as the slot. And all we're doing is wanting to narrow the slot so it holds the vane a little bit better, so it's not moving as you're trying to, you know, move the clamps or move the thing up onto it and seat it against. What we're going to recommend, so like if it's a right helical, you're going to always want to put the shim on the same side of the slot on every time. So what I'd recommend is take it and put it on the right side of each slot, and that's going to help to close that gap to make it work a little bit faster. And so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to pre-cut 3 pieces here. All right, so I got 3 pieces. I'm going to stick them all on the right side of each slot on the inside. Make sure it's nice and flat, and I'm going to check my vane one more time just to see how that held up. And you can tell that that is already holding them considerably better. So I'm going to go ahead and load all 3 vanes. Again, this is the 225 driver I'm going to put on this. It's a standard diameter arrow right here, and I'm going to just go ahead and show you some of the things that are going to help. So one of the number one things too is our primer. Our primer only lasts on the vane up to 20 seconds, so you got to be pretty quick with it. So that's one of the things when you fletch on a jig that does one at a time, you can prime it, you can apply your glue, and you stick it right away. So with this, you don't want to mess around. You want to keep moving the whole way through it, and that way you can apply your glue as quick as possible, because the primer, as soon as it evaporates, the vane's already going to start healing itself, and it's going to have no influence and no effect. So the number one thing, as in all of our instructions with the primer pen, we don't know exactly how much is on it. You can check on your hand, yeah, it's wet, but how much is actually on it? So the only way to tell is on a regular piece of paper. If that dot's over 5/16, take your paper towel that's on the side here, roll a little bit of the excess off, check it one more time. Right now, it's good to go, so I'm going to go ahead and start fletching. So I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to just make one swipe with a primer pen. You do not need to scrub it. You don't need to go back and forth. Just make one swipe with each one from one end to the other. And then pretty quickly, you want to grab your glue and start applying that too. Okay, nice even bead. We don't recommend smearing the glue. We definitely are going to recommend just one straight bead, and then that fresh bead is going to go right against the arrow. All right, and then you can close all 3. Seat them tight up against. You put your grommet thing on here. It's going to help smash that down. And all you do is you pop this back into place. That's going to hold everything right in place. That's going to hold everything together. And, you know, we typically recommend like a 5 to 2nd bond on most clamp style jigs. With this, you might give it just a little bit extra time just to get it set. We know that there's a handful of guys that like to use this. I know there's some shop owners that like to use this jig. So if you're wanting to fletch TAC vanes with it, and you have, you know, this, you find this is the most convenient jig for you, then here you go. This is your tips. All right, so now it's probably been long enough. I'm going to slide the grommet off. I'm going to pop each one of these clamps out. Pull the vane out. At this point, everything is stuck. I mean, you can see the helical that we get. It's got a nice pretty aggressive helical. Same thing. So TAC vanes aren't going to create a whole bunch of excess drag like floppy vanes of the past when you put them on a hard helical. You're not going to create, you know, a parachute effect at long distance or anything like that. Another awesome thing is with that Scotch tape, it actually repels glue. So like you can generally get in here and wipe this off, you know, and you probably can get through a dozen arrows, you know, without having to change the Scotch tape. Just get ready that you may have to if it starts getting torn up or starts getting gummed up with glue or anything like that. But that'll definitely give you a lot of help to get them fletched with an E-Z Fletch and get a nice aggressive helical on them for any broadheads or any type of use. So if you like this, subscribe to our channel, visit floutdoors.com for more information.